And you're gonna do your. Oh, I'm gonna do my other one. Here we go. All right,
We're live.
we are live. Should be ready to go. Well, I don't know why Instagram's not working again. Oh man, that's so annoying. Anyway, how are we doing, everybody?
It'll take a few seconds for you to
Yeah,
just check that go live button. Instagram comes on a little later.
I'm just
We're
gonna give
back.
it a little bit of time. We are back. It is. We're a little bit late here, but we're all good and super excited about this. Let's see, brother. Today we're gonna talk about aligning. Like yesterday, we talked about. We completely talked about like, hey, we're gonna basically align the different parts of our body, get in touch with. We were talking about eating, we were talking about emotional eating, and that the body can give us messages, right, from the body. So with that being said, that's what we're going to go into today.
Yeah, just to remind everyone, that's what we started talking about, the emotional, the how to fix emotional eating. We talked about most people swallowing emotions, and that's what led to that most people have never been taught how to feel an emotion. And
Yep.
so getting to drop in to actually feel your body, man, this is the first thing when I coach people. This is the first thing I do. If someone gets on the phone call and they're like, "Hey, can you help me find my mate or my life's purpose or what my business or whatever it is?" The first thing I do is let's go inside your body and let yourself feel, because a lot of us move especially me, we move so quickly that we actually
Yeah.
miss out on the guidance internal. So that's really where we were going with this, man.
Exactly. Well, cool. Well, I know we got a hard stop at the top of the hour, so let's just drop in. Like everybody right now, get yourself settled. Sit down. You can lay down or sit down. I'm just going to walk you through a hypnotic meditation. Really, is kind of combination. We're going to do four things. We're going to connect with your mind or brain, your heart, your gut, stomach area, and then your higher self or your spiritual self or your soul. Whatever language you use, these four different parts of us that we all have. And so very rarely do we ever go in and see how it's doing. So we're going to connect energetically and look at what messages we can gather from it. So I want everybody to just get comfortable, put everything on do not disturb, and go ahead and close your eyes down. Let's go ahead and start with a nice big deep breath in our nose. Holding at the top for 2 seconds, 2, and out our mouth for 6 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take another nice deep breath in the nose. Holding for 1, 2, and out our mouth. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And one more. Nice big deep breath in. Hold it, holding more, and letting go with a sigh. Good. And continuing to breathe in with your nose and out your mouth. That's your steady cadence. Just a healthy, easy breath. Let's let the world take care of itself for a while. No one needing anything from you. No one wanting anything from you. Just enjoying this present moment with yourself, with us, connecting to everything and everyone all at once, and more importantly, connecting with you in here, your inner world. So let's lean inward. Let's go into your mind. Now, this is the easiest place to start as we're in our heads a lot. In our mind, I want you to lean in and like you're looking through, your eyes are closed, but just noticing your conscious awareness of your eyeballs are coming from your brain or your mind already. So almost like you're turning your eyes backward, looking inward into your mind. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you experience? See if there's any images, thoughts, sensations, feelings. Just notice with a curious eye. And Cody, since you're here with me, I'm just curious what you see and sense in your mind, if you want to do that quickly.
Yeah, it was really clear. First of all, I was like, "Oh my God, it's so nice just to stop." And I was like, "I should do this every day," but to stop and be. I was noticing my mind was offering all the directions I can go with my business. And I was like, I felt like stressors around it. And as I dropped further in, I actually started feeling the excitement, the polarity of the negative and positive was like, oh my gosh, I have all these directions I can go versus which direction do I go? That's literally what I saw so clearly.
Yeah, good. So let's everyone continue to do that same thing. Whatever your experience is totally different than Cody's, and that's fine. But just noticing what it feels like in your mind. And I want you to send so much love and gratitude to your brain, to your mind that is literally in charge of so many things in your life, your whole body, your conscious, your unconscious, your brain being always active, even when you're sleeping. Send so much love and gratitude to your brain and your mind and notice how it's received. That's right. Feel the gratitude pulsing through your body and through your mind. And as you send that gratitude, notice if your mind receives it. And then I want you to go ahead and receive. Your mind has a message for you now. Your mind or your brain has a message for you now. Go ahead and allow yourself to receive that message now. In whatever form it may appear. Maybe words or images or sensations. Just receive. Sometimes it's conscious, sometimes it's unconscious. Good. Cody, if you're willing, if you received the message, just saying what that message was.
Yeah, I'd been considering launching an app for my business, and I kept seeing the app show up. So it was like, okay, that's the direction to put attention on.
Beautiful. Good. Very good. Now, everyone take a nice big deep breath and receive the messages and receive the connection. And just having this awareness and this beautiful connection with your mind and your brain, just being aware of it. Now, we're going to keep our awareness of our brain. And we're going to begin to take the elevator from our mind down into our heart, as if walking and seeing yourself step into an elevator and push the next button down. It may be a symbol of a heart or number 2. I want you to see the doors close and then begin to take the elevator down into your heart. Excuse me. Take it down into your heart and notice how different your heart is. Notice the sensations, the images, notice the feelings, the experiences, how different your heart is than your mind. What shows up? Just notice with that curious eye, again, as if your eyes moved from your mind down into your heart, seeing inside of your heart. What are the colors? What are the smells? What can you touch there? And begin to stir up so much gratitude and thankfulness and love for your heart. It's beating every single second for us. It's beating all the time, pulsing blood through our whole body, giving off a beautiful electromagnetic field in every direction. It is doing so much, and it is another version of our brain, of our intelligence, of our intuition. Giving it that acknowledgement that it needs, thanking your heart so much for keeping you alive and well. Send that love and notice how it's received. Feels good. Now, what message? Go ahead and ask your heart, what is the message it has for you today? Go ahead and receive that now. Good. Give you a few more moments. Everyone's doing so good. Receive that message consciously or unconsciously and just have that beautiful connection, still keeping the brain up there and noticing that there's this white golden line, this line connecting the mind and the heart. Not only are you recreating and reconnecting your heart, but also the heart and the mind. as a whole complex, beautiful system that works together. Just the noticing and the acknowledgement of that and the love of both of them working together. Seeing that connection, to get a nice big deep breath in, and feeling the heart and the mind together. Good. Keeping that awareness of both heart and mind. We're going to take the elevator, go back and see yourself walk through the doors into the elevator. Maybe it's changed, maybe it hasn't. And go ahead and pushing on the button next to the gut or the stomach image or symbol, or number 3. Seeing the doors close and taking your elevator from your heart down into your gut or your stomach. Notice how different this one is. And notice the white and golden light connecting the heart to the stomach or gut. Now we have a long line, heart, stomach, and gut. Now, what do you see and feel and experience and smell and touch here? Notice how different the gut is than the mind and the heart. Just walk around. Sense what you sense, notice what you notice, see what you see, feel what you feel. That's right. Your gut, always working to digest food, to break things down, to separate nutrients from waste, does so much for us. It is another element of our brain, of our intuition, of how we can tap into our true self and get guidance. But how often do we go send it so much love and thankfulness and gratitude? So let's muster up and gather together, bring up that gratitude and fill your gut area with so much gratitude. If you need to, put your hands over your stomach and just imbue and send so much gratitude and thankfulness into your stomach, into your gut. Notice how it changes and shifts when you do that. Notice how it's received. That's right. With all the wisdom in your gut, notice now that there's a message for you and receive that message now. Notice how much better it feels to have this connection with your gut, to love it, to thank it for so much that it does for you automatically without your conscious attention. Receiving that message all the way into every single cell in your body, thanking it again, keeping that connection between mind, heart, and gut, seeing that line, that golden white light, seeing and feeling these 3 now, keeping them in awareness. Take the elevator, say your goodbyes to the gut for now, and then you're going to get in the elevator, and this time you're going to notice a new button. It's above the heart. It's it's the button of your soul, your spiritual self, your wise self, your guide, whatever you want to call it. Push that button, notice the doors closing, and begin to see how quickly and how smoothly and how fun it is to go up through the gut, up through the heart, saying hello, up through the brain and the mind, all the way up. I want you to go about 5 feet above and about 2 feet backwards behind you, and notice how amazing it feels up there. Notice what you feel, notice what you sense in your soul, in your spirit, in this part of you. Noticing tingling feelings, noticing sensations. Notice how different it is up there in this place, in this part of you. Just spend some time there, listening, touching, feeling, sensing, smelling what your soul is like. And Cody, if you want to share how your soul feels, please do. And there's no need to share if you don't want to. Cody, if you want to, brother.
Ooh, I was pretty deep. Jeez. Wow.
Stay in it, though. Stay in it. Stay up in your soul here.
Yeah, I'll stay in
Just
there.
everyone receive what your soul has. There's a message from your soul. Receive that in whatever way, in whatever form it comes. Very nice. Consciously and unconsciously receive that beautiful message. and looking down and noticing that there's a white and golden light now connecting from the mind to the soul, noticing this whole beautiful complex system working in alignment, in unison. All of these resources that you have at your disposal, they're always there with the awareness and the love and the gratitude imbued into all of them. Notice how different you feel. Take a nice big deep breath and locking it all in. Holding in the stillness, still holding, feeling gratitude, feeling love, tuning your frequency and noticing the numbers of your frequency going up, 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 getting you ready for the day, seeing yourself in the future. No stress, no thing, no task, no outcome today can get you off your center. Holding this state and breathe out. That's right. Beginning to sense your new self, your new frequency, how you are feeling in this present moment with this simple yet powerful exercise. Beginning to breathe regularly, moving your fingers and your toes, moving your hands, moving your neck, beginning to come back to this present moment, to this present space, to this dimension, to this place with us, me and Cody right now. Opening your eyes when you're ready, when you know you're ready. Come back to now, come back to here. And welcome back if you are back with us. We'll check in with Dr. Cody first. How are we doing, Dr. Cody?
Man, you're really good at that. You're really good at that.
Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. This one's a fun one.
I was just, I was just like, man, we could do this once a week. It's just, we really don't take opportunities to do that. And it's where most of our clear communication comes from. And you really get centered. From this
I'm doing another one today, by the way, at 4:00. I'm doing a healthy emotional detox. I've got a half an hour there before I go live with breath work. But anybody wants to join me at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll be on Instagram. I'll be on a bunch of the lives. And so you can catch that. And Cody, I don't know if you're able to make it or not, but I'm going to go a deeper one. But thank you. And thank you for opening up. Thank you for the trust. And I'm just curious, Cody, for you, or Dr. Cody, for you, what was it that did for you? Like, let's explain how that the messages and just what our intention was. Like, how did that come through for you?
Yeah, felt really, really just. I mean, one of the first things I mentioned, just I got to move away from the busyness of the day. And it really literally felt centered. What was interesting is I'd never noticed this before, but as I got down the elevator, I forgot about that process. Went down the elevator from mind to heart. I was, I felt, that's the word. I felt more expanded. So I was like, that's cool. But then when it went from heart to gut, I was even more expanded. I was like, that's really interesting. Expanded in a almost like constricted in the mind, like this, almost like if you were to say constricted is busy doing, and expanded is like the slowness of recognizing that it's all there. I mean, I'm kind of throwing some words out, but that was a really interesting, like, whoa, the further down, the more expanded I felt, and the more possibilities, the more opportunity, the more clarity, and the more relaxed and at ease I felt. So it's almost like, almost coming up here, the more busy doing, and going here is almost the more busy being, or less busy, but being, like that.
Yeah, good. That's great feedback. And this is what I teach all of my clients to do on their own. Like, I'll do it with them a few times to get used to, but just right now, just notice the difference. Like, when you feel that connection, that line that's connecting them, that white and golden light. I love connecting because then it's like you just are more aware walking around, right? You sit up straighter, you have better posture. You're like, just go about things a little better and standing up and moving around. So I really want everybody to have ease and grace and really do your best to hold on to this state. And notice how when we were talking about emotional eating yesterday, how we were talking about food and all that, like, talk to your food, talk to your water, but when I made my coffee this morning, I was just sending so much love and focus and energy, but like not too much, like, hey, here's what I really want to shape this with, putting my hands around it. And so we are able to shape this energy, putting it into us, and then get those messages. And if there's anything else going around in the body, you eat or drink something that feels weird, something's off, check back in with gut. Hey, gut, what's going on? What is the message here for me? get yeses and nos and begin to play with this. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. And if there's any questions, please put them in the comments down below. And we'll continue doing our Tuesdays at 11:30 and our Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. PST. And then, I'm going to do every Wednesday, I'll do my 4 p.m. MST hypnotherapy. I'm just doing some different things like that each week for free. Just coming on and join. And then I do a paid breath work at 4:30. That is the $1 Million Breath. And that's for anybody who wants to go much deeper for an hour. So
Ooh,
that's all I got today, brother.
Yeah, that was really good. It just really is interesting to see how, truly how easy this is to do. And we can spend our time. We talked a little bit yesterday just about the body being a literal transcript of what's going on inside. And over time, stuff builds up and it translates into disease or illness. And then we end up spending time going into doctors. But I can truly sense if you spent just a little bit of time doing this each day or even just a few times a week, I almost guarantee you'd be avoiding doctor's visits, because the energy that builds up that you called anxiety, or the energy that builds up and turns into digestive issues, you literally let it release. And maybe what we'll do is one of these times I'll run us through going into an emotion, like dropping into an emotion, because this was such a different experience. I didn't have a lot of emotion energy stored, and it was just right in which is different than going into the emotion, right? So this is awesome, man. Really appreciating the ease of this, and like, wow, every time I do something like this, like, oh my God, I keep forgetting I should do this more regularly,
Yeah, and that's why we're doing this, right? Like, gets people used to doing the practice. Let's do it together, and collectively and individually, it's so powerful when we're playing with it. So we'll keep playing with it. Again, any ideas, any specific things you guys want, you guys and ladies, please, just put it down here. If there's anything you're going through right now, please be open, right? You can DM us either way, or you can put it in the comments here. Any subject matter, any categories, anything, any other things that you want to have us work through, we can do that. Because Cody, what you said there was, anybody with IBS, anybody with stomach problems, anybody with digestion stuff, go back into the gut today, and just go spend some time with it. And literally, it's going to be in silence, it's going to be in quietness, but start to see what comes, what visuals, what experiences, what images, what thoughts, what ideas, what it may be telling you, stop doing this. This is not. I literally have clients that say it is screaming at me to stop eating the X whatever they're eating. So one at a time, go back in and drop in and see if there's an area of your body, and it doesn't have to be just in those 4. Those are those main archetypes I was working with, but you can go into your shoulder. Okay, let's go to the shoulder pain. What's the message for me? What do you want to tell me? What's going on in here? And if you go in your left shoulder and it's green and everything's great, you go over here, it's like red lava or daggers. You're like, oh, so something's out of balance here. What's going on? And so those are some places that you can focus and on some other sections for yourself. So thanks for everybody. Appreciate you all.
Lily wants to say hi. This is my little girl.
Hi. Oh my gosh, getting so big.
We just
You're
did
live.
it.
The whole world is seeing you right now. There's millions of people on.
We dropped into energy.
Remember me? I've been on the phone with your dad a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, we're gonna see you next time.
Do you have a word of the day? You want to give everybody one word?
What's the word of the day? Say it. What's the word of the day?
One word.
No, the word.
No.
Say no. Say no to the stuff.
That's good. Right.
No.
Say no more.
No. Yeah.
Yes, that's good to stay focused.
Yeah. All right,
that was sweet. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.